Hello, welcome to Illustrator Jones.
Episode 5.
Well, this is a drawing I did a while back and I have been itching to ink it in and colour it in. It's King Kong, based on the old movie, not necessarily the Peter Jackson one, but mostly the old one. I think it's from the 1920s, is it, or 30s? Probably 30s. Anyway, I drew it took me ages to get that gorilla looking right, really. His face was more difficult, but I did have a lot of fun drawing it. But it did take a lot of work to sketch it up and to try and get it to the point where I was happy with it. But I was really happy with the face. The eyes took quite a while, funny enough. Unbeknownst to yourselves watching this, the hat has been rubbed out considerably, quite a few times, to try and get it right. And I think I got, like if you look at we went to Paynton Zoo a while back, when we were on holiday this year, and my son hadn't seen gorillas before. I'd been there before, years and years ago, and he was amazed at the gorillas and their big pot bellies. They don't look like the gorillas in the movies. They got these big pot bellies, but they're so strong and agile. They're phenomenal. So I was itching to draw a gorilla. I didn't just want to draw a gorilla, I wanted to draw a gorilla that was, what was that? That was Furt, wasn't it? The little rotter. Oh no, how does he do that? Anyway. Yeah, I didn't want to just draw a gorilla, in the zoo, which is quite sad really, because they're confined, aren't they, to to one place only every single day. It's beautiful to see them, but it is a shame that they're confined like that. But I always want to draw something that interests me, as in it's funny, it's interesting to draw, and quite often I draw. There he is again. Ooh, that little monkey. Anyway, yeah, so I drew King Kong, which is a gorilla, basically, and I had a great time doing it. It was brilliant. The aeroplane being crushed in his hands, trying to get that scale correct as well was difficult. I haven't really done anything correct, to be honest. It's just guesswork, isn't it? It's not scientifically accurate in any way whatsoever. I did a picture of Mighty Joe Young, and I forgot to put his opposable thumbs on his feet. You see how bad I am? I have to apologise a little bit for the quality of the zoom in on this camera. It's not a brilliant camera. It was I got it from Amazon, not with this intention, in fact, of doing videos like this at all. It was for general purpose on my computer, on Zoom. That's why I bought it. Ooh, he's he's a naughty thing, and he's a lot more in this video than he is normally. I'll have to have words with him. Anyway, yeah, so when you zoom in, it is slightly, I don't know if it's slightly blurry, but I've tried it on the big telly and it seems to look alright, but it could be better, I know. But eventually, if this works, all the YouTube channel comes together and people start watching it regularly, then hopefully I'll get a better camera, give you a better quality zoom in. But for the moment, it's I'll have to do with this one. Yeah, it works all right though. It's okay. You can see what's going on. Yeah, the building and the size of the gorilla are different to what they are in the movie. The gorilla is quite small on the top of the building, actually. King Kong is. And in the book, I think he's meant to be a lot bigger than he is in the movie. So I've made him the proper. Well, I don't know if it's the proper size, but I made him much bigger, with a big pot belly, like I've said before, like a real gorilla. And yeah, he's a lot bigger and more imposing. The Peter Jackson one was even smaller, I think. He could run around on the lid of that building. But yeah, my King Kong is gripping on with his feet. And remember to put the opposable thumbs this time. If you're wondering what the card is on the other side, I think I've said it before, it's to protect the drawing underneath so that the bottom of my hand doesn't rub the pencil and ruin the drawing, or make it dirty anyway. But eventually I will be colouring in King Kong. If you'd like to see that done, that would be great if you'd watch that with me. Just with watercolours. I can't use the Copic markers on these kind of drawings in the book because they bleed through the page too much. The paper isn't thick enough. But the watercolours seem to work very well. Yeah, for some reason now it's important to put the line in, the K. Oh, and the O. Don't know why. It's funny, when I'm drawing, I jump from one bit to another. I have no real plan in anything I'm doing. There is no set order. But then again, there's nothing set and orderly about my brain either, which is quite honestly. Yeah, why do I bother? Yeah. Interrupting me all the time. Naughty little thing. Gonna have to have words with him. He's not real though. You know that, don't you? It's just pretend. Anyway. It's for the kids, okay? It's for the kids. And it's also fun making rude noises. Anyway. Hopefully the kids will like it. I hope some adults will like it too, because it just, shows anybody can draw. If I can draw, anybody can. I'm not, it's just practice. Practice. I draw every day. As a pastime, so I'll sit in front of the telly quite often and I'll draw in my sketchbook. But yeah, I got to be careful with this cross-hatching, Chris. Don't go too far. You see, getting all excited now, thinking, "Oh, this is fun! I love this cross-hatching. I'm gonna do more cross-hatching now." Yeah, you can ruin your drawing otherwise if you're not careful. Although he does need to look hairy, doesn't he? Because he is hairy. Oh, he's getting there. Oh, defining around the edges of the building now, making it stand out a bit more. I think it's a 0.8 I use there, pen, which are Staedtler pens I'm using at the moment, because I got a couple of them left and I need to use them up. But mostly I use Unipen. Now the aeroplane. You would not believe how many times I drew that aeroplane to try and get something that remotely looked like an aeroplane. I forgot what they call it. Is it a biplane, is it? I'm not sure what they call them. But anyway, yeah, that was a killer. That piece of paper there has been rubbed out on so many times. So many aeroplanes were drawn there until finally I got one. It's the perspective of it looking like it's going into the scene with King Kong. Plus, I've no idea what a biplane looks like, an aeroplane with the two wings like that. So I had to use some reference. But I had to make up the angle because you can't, right, I want this angle of an airplane. Unless you've got 3D software, you could do it, I suppose. But I haven't got that kind of stuff. So it's all trial and error, lots of rubbing out. So don't think, oh, look at that, he's just drawn an aeroplane. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't just draw an aeroplane. He drew it umpteen times. Took him ages. Quite frustrating, actually. Now you'll notice here when I'm drawing the men, I draw him first, which is great for scale. Yeah, that's alright, not too bad. It's not great, but it's, it's okay. It'll do. And then I drew the fella behind, and he must be like, I don't know, a lot smaller. He's falling out the aeroplane in his hands, that little dude there. He has got a parachute on the back, so don't worry, he's not plummeting to his doom. But that fella there with the machine gun, he's far too small. Yeah. Unless the fella in front was a big giant. Yeah, it was alright, the aeroplane. It came out okay. It wasn't, you know, not horrible. I'm quite happy with it. You know, as, I forgot the mother, he says it's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough for me anyway. Oh, back to the cake. There's one thing I have been enjoying doing more and more now is the text. I do like using the Japanese brush pen for writing text. It kind of gives me a style that's my own. You know, it doesn't look like anybody. Well, I hope it doesn't look like anybody else's. It's very difficult that to try and find some sort of font that you can do yourself. You know, so I'm quite happy with the font I'm using. Not that one. That's a different type of. I've done that kind of one, you know, for many years. Just the normal block capitals. Anybody can do that. But when it comes to your own handwriting, and it's quite unique, I suppose, isn't it? Your own handwriting. And if you use a brush pen, you know, you can get quite a distinct style, I suppose. Well, I'd like to think so. Just don't go berserk with the old cross-hatching, matey. It was a lot of fun drawing this, it really was. And when you're drawing like this and it starts to come together, you think, oh no, it's okay now. You know what? Oh, nope, it isn't fair. He's spoiling the video, the little Herbert. What a rotter. Yes, I'm going to have words with him. We're nearly there now. We're not far away from finished. I hope you enjoy... Oh, that... Honestly. How many times is that in this video now? How many times has he popped up like that? Yeah, you're going to have to go and talk to the police about him, I think. He's so naughty. Yeah, I just hope you enjoy watching me do all, you know, drawing all this and inking it up. I don't know whether you would prefer to watch me sketching it, but it's a lot of work when you're doing all the sketching, but I thought you might be interested in watching me inking it up. So here's the final drawing. I hope you enjoy it. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and you can join me on Patreon now if you'd like to do that. So thank you ever so much for watching, and hope to see you again.